Okay, be honest with me for a second. It's what, 3 in the morning, and you're wide awake, heart going a little too fast, and there's nothing in the room. No threat, no emergency, just the ceiling, and that low hum of dread that won't quite explain itself. Or maybe it's the middle of an ordinary Tuesday. An email lands. You haven't even read it yet, and your chest is already tight. Your stomach drops half an inch, like you stepped off a curb you didn't see coming. Your body is bracing for a fight, for a sprint, for a lion. And here's the strange part. There is no lion. There hasn't been a lion for a very, very long time. So why does your body keep acting like one is about to come around the corner? You are not weak, you are not broken, and you are definitely not the only one. What you are is a beautifully built survival machine running a brilliant program in completely the wrong century. So get comfortable, because this is the story of how your own alarm system got stuck in the on position, and I promise you, how to finally switch it off. To fix the alarm, we first have to understand it. And honestly, once you see how it works, you'll never call it just anxiety again. Rewind to 1915. A physiologist at Harvard named Walter Cannon is studying what happens inside an animal the instant it gets scared, and he gives the thing a name that is stuck for over 100 years. Fight or flight. So picture one of our ancestors on the savanna. A lion steps out of the tall grass. In less than a second, before he's even finished the thought, lion, his body has already transformed. Adrenaline floods in. His heart slams faster, shoving blood out to the big muscles. His pupils blow wide. His airways fling open. Digestion? Shut it down. Nobody's hungry. There's a lion. Every system in his body has reorganized itself, instantly, around one single goal. Survive the next 30 seconds. And it is, genuinely, a masterpiece. A full-body emergency response, deployed faster than you can even think. Then, in 1936, a researcher named Hans Selye takes it one step further. He's stressing lab rats in all kinds of different ways, and he notices something strange. No matter how he stresses them, their bodies break down in the exact same pattern. Enlarged adrenal glands, a shrunken immune system, and yeah, stomach ulcers. Selye realized the body runs one universal program for threat. He called it stress, and he mapped its 3 stages: alarm, resistance, and, if it never lets up, exhaustion. Hold on to that last word, exhaustion, because that is exactly where this whole story is heading. So here's the thing about that gorgeous emergency system. It was designed with one giant assumption baked right into it, that the emergency would be over, fast. And this is where a neuroscientist named Robert Sapolsky comes in, with maybe the greatest title in all of science: Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. So picture a zebra out on the plains. A lion charges. The zebra explodes into a sprint, full fight or flight, every system screaming at once. And then, it escapes. And here's the magic. 2 minutes later, that same zebra is calmly munching grass. The threat is gone, so the alarm switches all the way off. The body resets completely. The zebra gets the one privilege we don't, a stress response that actually ends. Because then there's us. We got handed this big, brilliant, troublesome prefrontal cortex, the part of you that can imagine, that can plan ahead, that can, unfortunately, conjure up a lion out of thin air. And deep in your brain sits a tiny almond-shaped alarm called the amygdala. Think of it as a smoke detector. It's fast, it's twitchy, and it does not do nuance. It genuinely cannot tell the difference between a charging lion and an email from your boss with the subject line, "Quick chat?" So the email lands, the smoke detector screams, and your body does the exact same thing your ancestors did on the savanna. Adrenaline, cortisol floods the system. Heart up, gut clenched, muscles ready to run. But run where? You can't sprint away from an email. You can't fight your mortgage. You can't outrun a deadline. So the threat never resolves, the lion never quite arrives, and it never quite leaves. And that alarm, the one built to blare for 30 seconds, just keeps going. For hours, for days, for years. And running that emergency program around the clock comes with a bill. A neuroscientist named Bruce McEwen gave that bill a name: allostatic load, which is a very tidy clinical phrase for something brutally simple: the wear and the tear. The slow, grinding cost your body quietly pays for staying braced for a fight that never actually comes. Think about what cortisol is doing while it's switched on for months on end. It quietly suppresses your immune system, so you catch every cold going around. It picks at your sleep, so 3 in the morning becomes your wide-awake hour. It keeps your gut clenched tight, which is Cellier's ulcers saying hello a full century later. And it leaves you with that flat, wired, nameless dread in the afternoon that has no real cause, because the cause is just everything, all at once, a little bit, all the time. And then there's the finding that honestly stops me cold. In 2004, 2 researchers, Elissa Epple and Elizabeth Blackburn, studied a group of mothers. Many of them were caring for a chronically ill child. Years of relentless, unresolvable stress. And they looked at something deep inside these women's cells: telomeres. Picture the little plastic caps on the ends of your shoelaces, the bits that keep the whole lace from fraying apart. Every time a cell divides, those caps get a little shorter. They are, more or less, a ticking clock sitting inside your cells. And here's what they found. The mothers under the most chronic stress for the most years had dramatically shorter telomeres. By one estimate, the equivalent of a decade of extra aging. Sit with that one for a second. The stress wasn't just in their heads. It was aging their bodies from the inside, cell by cell. Your ancient alarm, left screaming with no off switch, doesn't just feel bad, it mails you the bill. And the bill is you. Okay, deep breath. Because I am not about to leave you lying there at 3 a.m. with all of this. There is a way to switch the alarm off, and it is not the thing most people will tell you. Because here's the trap. When you're anxious, everyone offers the same useless little line. Just relax. Stop worrying. Calm down. As if that thought had simply never occurred to you. The problem is, you cannot think your way out of a stress response, because it was never a thought in the first place. It's a physical loop running in your body, and it needs a physical ending. Remember the zebra? After it escapes, it does this very specific thing. It trembles. It shakes itself off. It runs a few strides further than it strictly needs to. It is physically discharging all that fight or flight energy, telling its body, in the only language the body actually understands, the lion is gone. We made it. We're safe. 2 sisters, Emily and Amelia Nagoski, call this completing the stress cycle, and it is the piece almost everybody is missing. Your body prepared you to run, so move. A walk, a run, dancing around your kitchen like a complete idiot. 20 minutes of basically anything. You're not exercising. You are finishing the sprint your body started and finally letting it reach the safe ending it never got. Breathe, but breathe the way that actually flips the switch. A long, slow exhale, drawn out longer than the breath in. That one small move tells your nervous system directly to stand down. And then the oldest medicine in the book, another human. A real hug held a few seconds longer than feels normal. Laughing until it genuinely hurts. Even a good, ugly cry. These aren't soft little optional extras. To a mammal, they are the signal. Safe. Back among the herd. The lion is gone. So the next time that alarm goes off, over an email, over a memory, over absolutely nothing at all. Don't fight it, and don't just sit and marinate in it. Move it through your body. Breathe it out. Let one person in. Send your body the all clear it has been waiting on this whole time. You were never broken. Your alarm works perfectly. It was just waiting all along for you to finally tell it the lion is gone.